BC, what's going on? Welcome back. This is Hub Tunes. I'm Mike. We're gonna do the second part of my Psychedelic Salad series. This is gonna be a deep dive into psychedelic, kind of garage rock albums. I think I might. We'll see how long this goes. I might divide it up into two videos just because. I get a lot of them, and I don't want to lose people, showing obscure records that no one has ever heard of. So, I don't know. We'll see how it goes. And I got two piles here. We'll start with this one, and then we'll go to that one if this doesn't go super long. Am I crooked? I think I might be crooked. Definitely not straight. Okay, let's do it. Hi, Rocco. So this is going to be a deep dive into psychedelic, just some of the records that I have that are definitely, a lot of these bands made one record. None of them really had hits. There's a few hits, actually. There's a few hits along the way, but, not many. So let's do some obscure records that no one's ever heard of. This is the Gordian Knot. This is their self-titled album. This is actually a promo copy, and they're on Verve, right? This is their only LP. It's from 1968. It's a pretty cool record. I don't know why they weren't around longer. Really fun, kind of garage rock. No covers. A lot of these bands did covers of, a lot of these obscure bands did covers and stuff, but no, none on this one. So that's my first in my deep dive. Great cover, right? Next up. This is a fantastic album. This is Love's second album. This is Da Capo. I like this album. This might be actually my favorite. This might be my favorite Love album. It's their second LP from 1966, I believe. This is a music on vinyl pressing. Came out a few years ago. It's not the best pressing in the world. But the album probably wasn't recorded real great, is what I'm guessing. But it's worth having. Really fun. I love this album. Probably my, definitely my favorite Love album. I know it's going to be controversial. Next up is a band, I guess this is Psych. This is a band called Christopher. I picked this up a few months ago. This is What You Gonna Do. It's a great album. This is a recent reissue. I think it was 2019 this reissue came out. There's been a few over the years. It came out in 1969 originally, with only 100 copies printed of the original. So you can imagine how rare those are. This is a fun garage psych band. They are really, really cool. You can get this reissue anywhere. They're pretty popular now. Highly recommend this. It's not super expensive either. And it came with I guess I can show all this. It's a nice reissue. I forget who did it. But it's got a little book and explains all the doings of the band and everything, and why they were what they were, and why only 100 records were. It's pretty cool. Really cool garage rock band. More. I would say this is more garage rock than Psych, but I've heard them described as Psych many times. So this band called Christopher. This one. This is what's this called? This is Mad River. Mad River. It's like it's kind of bluesy. They made two albums. They're from Ohio. 1968, I believe this came out. It's just a German pressing. It's good. It's more of the blues psych. Pretty cool band. I believe they might be British. I'm not sure. I could be totally wrong on that. But this is Mad River. Really cool. The thing that all these bands really have in common, they have great guitarists. And I think I said that in the first psychedelic video. The same goes for these guys. I mean, all of these guys had really, really good guitarists, even if the band didn't make it. Really, really impressive guitarist. So yeah, check this out. This is Mad River. And I don't know. I think this is a recent pressing. Definitely in the last 10 years. This is a cool band. These guys didn't make it. This is The Rationals. This is their only album. It's from 1969. They did a bunch of covers. They were kind of known for their covers. This is on Rogue? Yeah. It's on Rogue Records. I think this is a band. They did a cover of Barefootin', Zip-Diddy-Doo-Dah. But you didn't know that was coming. Yeah, there's a bunch of covers on here. I think they're also known, I think they also released a cover of Respect, the Aretha Franklin song. But I could also be 100% wrong on that. But this is The Rationals. This is I think this might be an original copy. This is pretty old. Nah, it's probably a repress, but pretty cool band. Really cool, actually. The next two, I love this band. And actually, I mean, obviously I wasn't alive when a lot of these albums came out. But this band actually probably was pretty successful. They made several albums, and I'm pretty sure they were quite successful. And that is this band, the West Coast Pop Art Experimental Band. Two very psychedelic records. Really cool stuff. This one is great. I love this one. This one's called Part 2, and this one is called Volume 2. And I believe this one came first, and then this one came second. This is from 1967. It's a band out of LA. Really cool stuff. These are great reissues. Both of them just reissued, I think, in the last two or 3 years. I think Shifting Sands was a pretty big hit. Help I'm a Rock. Yeah, this is a really cool record. If you guys, I would get this one over the other one. But yeah, check this out. It's just called Part 2, and the other one's called Volume 2. So who knows? Pretty cool band. This band I know very, very little about. I know this is their only LP. I think from 1968 also. All these are from 1968, right? This is the Tuneful Trolley. I know nothing about them. I actually looked up a few things for this video, and I found very little information. This is on Capitol. This is actually a pretty old record. Definitely not a reissue. I believe it was a promo too, because you can see on the somebody did a little stencil, and I got the stencil on the back too. So I'm pretty sure this was a promo of some sort. Kind of see it there too. This is The Island in the Sky by the Tuneful Trolley. There's the Tuneful Trolley theme. It looks like it's just a bunch of, looks like a lot of originals. There's a few covers. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know anything about them. Like I said in my previous video, I am definitely not an expert on psychedelic rock. If you guys want some pretty smart people, you could check out channels like Cosmic Vinyl. Cosmic Brian knows his shit. And Psych Derek has one of the most unbelievable psych rock collections I've ever seen. I think he's in Nebraska, and he finds this stuff out in the wild. It's crazy. So yeah, check out those two channels if you really want an expert and you don't want to listen to me. This is a band called Food. I believe also their only album. 1969, I believe this was. This is a reissue. They weren't real big. I mean, maybe the marketing of their name had something to do with that. I don't know. They're actually really good. This is a pretty cool band. I like them. They're on what are they on? They're on Capitol. They're on the weird green. Oops, sorry, I'm getting a lot of glare. They got a great guitarist. I think Forever is a Dream might have actually been pretty popular. I don't know. Again, another band I do not know a lot about, but they're fun. Kind of very garage rock. And again, they were 69, so a little bit, well, not later in the psychedelic, but yeah, later in the psychedelic. So, Food. This one probably should have been in my first video because it's one of my favorite Psych records of all time. This is Easter Everywhere by the 13th Floor Elevators, and this is better than their first. I don't care what you guys say. This is a great album, and it has one of my favorite psychedelic songs on it. This is a Refresh International artist. This is on red vinyl. It sounds great. The song Slip Inside My House, if you guys have ever heard that song, it is one of my favorite songs of all time. The drone, the beat that goes on with it is awesome. Absolutely awesome. Slip Inside My House. If you guys have not heard that song, go to Spotify and check it out. It is great. Not only is it a great psychedelic song, it's just a great record. It's so cool. So this is 13th Floor Elevators. This is their second album, Easter Everywhere. Probably not as popular as their first, but my personal favorite. This band didn't make many albums either. This is a band from London. This is 1968. This is a band called July. Really good album. This is fun record. It's on Major Minor. Again, more towards garage than Psych. Dandelion Seeds is a fantastic song. Highly recommend this record. If you guys like Psych garage, pick up this record. And then their next record was the 2nd of July. This is more, I believe I read, this is good. This has some really cool stuff on it. This is a reissue. It's got a pretty cool personalized label. I believe this is like maybe demos and outtakes and stuff that didn't make the first album. But if you're a Psych rock fan, grab this album, July. And it's just self-titled. Yeah, July. And then this is the 2nd of July. Check out the song Dandelion Seeds. That's probably the highlight of the whole album. This is a band, this band actually had a hit, I believe. This is called Fever Tree, 1968. They made quite a few albums. They had 5 or 6 albums. And this actually has the song San Francisco Girls on it, which I believe was pretty big. So yeah, Fever Tree, they actually had a hit. Wow, we're cruising right along. 13 minutes. Should we just rattle off all of these? Just get it done? I've only got 2 more records in this stack, so I got another 15 in the other stack. So, you know what? Fuck it. Let's just do them all today. Here's a weird band. All my Canadian friends will probably know these guys. This is the Poppers. Weird album cover. Canadian band coming to Ellis Island, I guess. 1968. This is their first album. Maybe some of my Canadian viewers will know these guys. I don't know a lot about them. They were on Verve Forecast? Never heard of that. They're all right. They're not great. Yeah, they're all right. You'll probably find this in the dollar bin. And then the last one on this little pile is The Corporation. This is a really good record. If you guys like early Deep Purple with the booming bass and the booming keyboards, like just the big Hammond organ. I highly recommend this. This is the Corporation. I think this was 68. This might even have been 69. But this is probably a little less psych and more hard rock. But this is great. This is their self-titled. This is stereo. I don't know if this is they're on Capitol. A lot of guys in this band. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 guys in the band. They do a cover of Smile. Oh, and side 2. Side 2 is the John Coltrane song India. So yeah, check them out too. Corporation. This might be an original press. I'm not sure. Okay, let's do them all. Let's just get it out of the way, right? Okay. This is a British band. I've had this a while. This is a reissue. It's on Transparent Blue. I believe this came out in '69, and this band is still around. This is the Beavis Frond. They're a British psych band. I think they're still around, but now it's just down to one guy, and they kind of just bounce around from psych to folky stuff. Kind of cool stuff. I believe Steve Carlson has actually shown a couple records of theirs. Some of their later stuff, more 90s stuff. It's pretty cool. That's good. This sounds good. This sounds great, actually. It's a really nice pressing. I believe this is just called, what is this called? It's just called the Beavis Frond. Yeah. But it's a nice pressing. It really sounds good. Next thing, I'm gonna put these down on the floor. You guys don't mind. Oh, this is a great band. This was a really cool band. These guys were probably fairly big. This is the Chocolate Watch Band. This is a comp, actually. It's called 44. It was released in 84 or 85, I believe. 84. There's a band out of California, I think San Jose, and they're really, really good. They've actually re-recorded one of their early albums, one of their first or second albums. They re-recorded in like the 2000s. And, with all new mastering, and I mean, it sounds so much better than the original recording. And it's really, really good. I don't know if it's out on vinyl. I know it's on Spotify. But yeah, check these guys out. This is the Chocolate Watch Band. Probably not as obscure as some of these other bands. I think they actually were around for a while. Next up, this is a band that you guys are never gonna know. This was originally released in 1967. This is Cosmic Corridors. This is a recent repress. I just picked this up actually about 2 months ago, maybe 3 months ago. I think it's a 96 repress, but I'm not sure. Some people call it krautrock. I don't like that term all that much. It's definitely, I believe the story with this album was it was recorded in like 1968 and never got released until like 71 or 72. It's very out there, very psychedelic. A lot of weird guitars, Robert Frippe kind of guitars. Really, really out there, but interesting in its way, in its own way. Yeah, Cosmic Corridors. Yeah, it's pretty cool. It's really interesting. I mean, if you like psychedelic rock, definitely check it out. This is a German pressing, obviously. It's interesting. It's really, really out there. So check it out. I think it's only a trio. So Cosmic Corridors. This is a band. This is more hard-edged. Maybe this shouldn't even be in. Well, no, this is psychedelic. This is Pink Fairies, Never Never Land. A lot of people probably know this record. It was pretty successful. 1971, a band out of London. This is the Music on Vinyl repress from, I'm not sure what year this came out. Maybe 2000, maybe 2020 or early, maybe even earlier this year. But this is a great pressing. It sounds fantastic. These guys are a little harder edge, a little more hard rock psych, but pretty cool. Yeah, really nice pressing of this. Music on Vinyl did a great job with this one. Next up, we're only at 20 minutes. You guys are still there, right? This isn't really a psychedelic record. But this band made a lot of psychedelic music. I don't have their next album, which is much more psychedelic, but this is The Seeds. This is a really good album. This is a really good record. This is a reissue from a few years ago. Pushing Too Hard is their big hit. But yeah, The Seeds. Highly recommend this. This is a nice pressing too. Definitely more towards the garage rock. These guys, I showed these guys in a video a couple of, I don't even know what it was for. I think it was for a contest. Maybe this 1971 contest I did. This is KY Sledge, Bootleg Music. They're a fun band. I like these guys. More on the blues rock, kind of very similar to Jethro Tull. Like Jethro Tull from like their first album. You know, stuff like that. Really cool. No, you know, obviously no flute. But yeah, this is a pretty cool band. HY Sledge, Bootleg Music. They're on like this. Oh, they're on International Records also. Just different label. Cool band. Great bass player. Great bass player on this record too. Really strong bass player. This is a band I know very little about. Another Canadian band. This is what are they called? Plastic Clouds. Canadian band, 1968. This is their only album. I believe they were only around for 1 year. I know very little about them. They're good. I do know that. This is a repress. Yeah. All original songs, not a lot of no covers. 4-member band. Canadian people, what do you know about Plastic Clouds? And again, like I said earlier, a lot of these bands that I'm showing today are more on the Psych garage side. I think I said earlier, I'm not a fan of like the floaty psychedelic stuff. I like it. But my wheelhouse is more the psychedelic blues, psychedelic rock, more like Jefferson Airplane and, you know, bands like that. So definitely more in my wheelhouse. This is a cool band. This is a band called Salvation. I believe Vinyl Richie might have shown this band a couple of weeks ago. Great album. This is an original press. They're a band out of San Francisco. So really cool band. This is a great record. It's got a bunch of covers. What are the covers? Think Twice is a cover. She Said Yeah. Somebody had to sign their name on it. It doesn't say Maslov, so that's a good thing. Although I'm sure there's some Maslov signed records floating around. Okay, next one up. Oh, this band. I love this band. This is a really cool band. This is the Human Beings. Evolution. 1968. They're out of Ohio, I believe. Columbus, I think. Yeah, the Human Beings. Great album. Great cover. Fun cover. They have a couple other albums. I don't have them, but I've heard them, and they're also really solid. But this is my favorite. And this one has a bunch of like it has a bunch of covers. I think these guys might have been fairly popular for a minute. somebody a little older than me might know. My Animal, great song. Looks like they're all, yeah, they're all mostly original compositions. They're out of Kent, Ohio. At least that's where their fan club is. I'm not sure where Kent is. Pretty cool. Cool band. I really like these guys. Check them out. They were on, this is a pretty old, I don't know if this is an original, but they're on Decal. Probably not an original, but pretty damn old. But it's in really good shape and it sounds awesome. The Human Beings, highly recommend them also. We're almost done, guys. This is a pretty cool band. This is the Savage Resurrection. Look at that cover. They should be in this video just for the cover. This is 1968, their only album. This is really good. This is more on the psych blues side of things. I think they were out of San Francisco. There's a song on here called The Thing in E, which is just a great psych blues jam. Really cool. This is a great record, actually. I would put this up there. Of all these, I would put this in the top 5 that I've been showing. So yeah, the Savage Resurrection. I guess I could show you the back too, because the back has a super trippy cover. This might be an original. Might be. I'm not sure. Probably is, actually. Weird band out of Germany. Again, krautrock. I would call this jazz, psych jazz. This is from 1971, maybe 1970. This is Embryo, or Opal. This is the album Embryo. And they are a kind of fusion before we kind of really knew what fusion was. Very psychedelic fusion is where I would describe it. This is a reissue. This was actually pretty hard to get. The reissue is not so hard. It was remastered for Breeze Music, which I've never heard of. Pressed in Germany. Yeah, Breeze Music. I'm not familiar with them. Yep. Cool band. This one, guys. This is pretty weird. Lightstorm. This is called Warning. Originally, this was a really hard album to get, I believe. It's from 1972. It's a Canadian band. This is probably a 2018, 2019 pressing. I believe this is actually a Spanish pressing. Interesting band, more on the hard edge, like Opal. Interesting stuff. I'm not completely sold on it, but when I do play it, I do enjoy it. I don't listen to it all that much. It's kind of cool. So check them out. I'm not sure if they're on Spotify. I don't. You know what? They might be. They might be on Spotify. Check it out. Next up, this band is. I don't know if they're Psych. I guess I've seen them described as Psych, so they're here. This is the East Side Kids, The Tiger and the Lamb. This is a wonderful record. They opened for. They're probably most famous for opening. They opened for Jimi Hendrix a lot. In fact, when Mazzy and Jazz Shit Brooks were doing their concert review, 70s concert reviews, Jazz Shit Brooks showed a ticket stub from when he saw Jimi Hendrix, and these guys were on the bill with one other band. I forget who the other band was. These were the opener for the opener. But yeah, East Side Kids, more garage psych. Fun record. I really like this record. I've only had this for a little bit. I picked this up maybe about 5 months ago. Really cool record. This one is one that this will be the last one, guys. We're done. 30 minutes. That's fine. Didn't go too long. This is a band that Cosmic Brian turned me on to, and honestly, I got it just because of the album cover. The album cover is great. This is a band called Captain Beyond. They have a couple of records. This is their album. What's it even called? I think Significantly Breathless. It's a really good record. It's got a terrific cover too. The cover is awesome. I think Cosmic Brian said the cover is better than the record. I would kind of agree. I think side 2 is really good. Side 1 has a couple of moments. It's not horrible, but the cover is definitely better than the record. That's for sure. I can agree with Brian on that. But it's still fun stuff to have, and it's in really good shape. I found this online after he showed it because I just had to have the cover. I thought it was so cool. Yeah, Captain Beyond. Yeah, it's nothing to write home about. This is not a must-have for your Psych collection. Although it's enjoyable. Like I said, side 2 is really good. That's it. I think that's it. Yeah, we're done. So kind of a long video. Thanks for sitting around and indulging me. Just a real deep dive into some bands that really didn't make it, and probably should have, given the talent in some of them. Terrific guitarists, a couple of really good bass players on these things, and they just didn't have the longevity in a music scene of the late 60s that was just exploding. So if you guys know any of these bands, you have comments, you remember them, please, questions, comments, snide remarks, put them in the comments section. Interesting video. I was really looking forward to doing this because I hadn't really dug out a lot of these records for a while, and I've been playing them for like the last month, getting ready for this record video. So this was fun to make. I actually really enjoyed doing this one. So you guys stay safe, everyone. Be well, and talk to you soon.